Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayshawn and thank you so much for clicking on this video today. You already know your girl is back with another story time. Based on the title, you know exactly what I'm about to talk about. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kayshawn with 3 E's. Also, check out my description box. I have a link to my Amazon wish list in case you want to send me anything. And also a link to my membership in case you want to join so you can get 2 extra story times per month. Okay? Without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Let's go. Alright, y'all. So, boom. Y'all know exactly how I like to start my story times off. Let me tell y'all. So, while we're on the topic of my last story time, let me tell you about this time, okay? Y'all know me and my homegirl Shauna. You know we've been through. That's my BF. Okay, so we have experienced a lot of things together, and here go another time. All right, y'all know the drill. So this time we was actually me and Shauna was chilling at my house. Now I always had a pool at my house. I always had a pool in the backyard. So this time, you know, it's still summer. She wanted to come over for a swim. We just kind of in the backyard swimming around, just chilling. That was like in the summertime, especially when we first got out of school, we kind of did the same thing every day because we had jobs, but we didn't have nothing major to do besides going to work. All we did was turn up and be outside in the streets. Like, that's it. We ain't got nothing. Like, my first year, once I graduated high school, I took a year off before I went to college. So that whole first year, I was not doing nothing. I didn't even think I was going to go to college. I don't know. I just took some time off. So I had only work. Shauna didn't go to college. So now it was just like we had that whole year. This is like our first year out of high school. Don't have to wake up in the morning besides going to work. And then our work, I mean, you know, that was work. So we really had a lot of time on our hands, if I'm being honest. So we would kind of do the same thing every day. We call each other. Y'all know how it is with best friends, y'all, or y'all homeboys or whatever. When it's summertime and y'all don't have a lot to do, y'all do the same thing. Y'all call each other, link up with each other, and just chill until y'all find plans. So normally I would go to Shauna's house because I used to just kind of like to be out the house or whatever. But I knew because I had the pool, a lot of times Shauna came to my house as well. So this day was no other. She came over to my house. We was in my backyard swimming around, kicking it for a minute. Now at this point, I was still cool with Sweetie. Y'all remember Sweetie from the setup gone wrong, or they try to make me drink or something. I forgot what I titled it. But Sweetie from that story time, if you don't know, go check it out. If not, don't worry about it. So I was still cool with Sweetie. Now at this point, of course, me and Sweetie, we do not talk to thing one, we do not talk to thing two, of course. So me and her was still hanging out. So I invited her over as well. So it was me, Shauna, and Sweetie. We swimming around in the pool. I had a trampoline in my backyard. We just all kicking it, right? So at some point, as always, like, you know, we like, what's the move for the night? We're not about to be in the pool all day. So we like, okay, what we about to do later on? So, you know, we do what we always do. We in our phone. So we hitting up whatever roster we had back then. You know, just texting everybody, seeing what's on the floor today, what everybody got going on. Now, y'all know I used to go downtown a lot. So I always had people numbers, or we always had new sets of guys that we haven't met up yet. Like, me and Shawnee used to always get numbers. And then, like, we had some people back then, right? So because when you always out and dangling, you always getting some new numbers. So we always had a different set of guys that we can go see, or we can go see like the main people we was talking to at that time, whatever. Anyways, we just scrolling through our phones like, oh, who should we text? Who should we hit up? Blah, blah, blah. Sweetie looking too, but Sweetie didn't really talk to nobody like that for real. Like, she was real just to herself, but she looking too. And Shauna like,
oh, girl, you know what? Remember those guys that we met a couple weeks ago? I'm about to text that boy that we met downtown.
so, you know, I'm like, we meet a lot of people downtown. So who you talking about? And I'm going to just make up some names. But she was like,
remember Jason and Freddie?
and I'm like, Jason and Freddie. I'm like, I don't remember them. Like,
You don't remember Freddie and Jason? Like, Jason was the shorter one. Remember I said, like, he was kind of cute, but he was a little short and chunky, and he wanted my number, and you was talking to his homeboy?
So I'm like, oh, so I got to thinking like, oh, I do remember who you talking about or whatever. So I'm like, oh, I'm thinking like, dang, I remember that boy had ended up texting me and I had never said nothing back because he was cool, but he looked a little too rough for me. Like, he was cute, but it was like a rough cute. And I like that sometimes, but he looked like he been through some things in life. So I'm just like, I don't really know about him. And he wants to be a little rapper. Okay, this not The Rock for y'all wondering about that other story time. I'm from Detroit, if y'all don't know. Half the guys here want to be rappers, okay? So it's not unlikely to meet somebody that want to rap. So I remember, I'm like, oh, that's the boy who wanted to rap. Like, okay, I know who you're talking about. I was just telling her, like, he did hit me up, but I had never responded to him because, I don't know, I wasn't really thinking much of it. So I'm thinking, like, oh, okay, yeah, we can hit them up, see what they got going on or whatever. So she ended up texting, I'm going to say Shauna Boo is going to be Jason, and I got Freddie, okay? And this ain't about to be no Freddie versus Jason, okay? But listen, well, I don't know, but we going to see. So, she ended up hitting up Jason, and, it's like she would text him, then put her phone down, and we'll continue to swim around or be in the pool. And then she'd get her phone, text them. So, like, it was like the delayed in text messages. But by the time we end up getting out, which was like an hour later, we could be in the pool for hours, y'all. By the time we end up getting out, he had already texted her and was saying, like, if y'all not busy later on, y'all should slide through. So, Shauna's asking him, like, oh, okay, cool, is Freddie gonna be there? Blah, blah, blah. You got another homeboy for my friend. And he like, yeah, I can get Freddie. I can get another homeboy. Y'all pull up. So, we like, all right, bet. We end up getting out the pool so we can go ahead and shower and change and get dressed for the night. At that point, I guess he already notified Freddie that I was coming through. So, Freddie is now texting my phone, like, basically saying, like, hey, what's up? Heard y'all was sliding through. Da, da, da. Basically just probably, like, trying to catch up with me or whatever. So, I'm texting him back like, oh, yeah, we're going to come over there later and chill with y'all, blah, blah, blah. So, he ended up asking us, like, what kind of apple juice we like. So, we told him what kind of apple juice we like. So, they said that they was going to get us some apple juice and we was going to kick it. So, I'm like, all right, cool. Mind you, of course, we got to change. They have a change of clothes at my house because, like I said, they already knew they was about to get in the pool, and once they get out, they knew they was gonna shower and change. So we at my house getting dressed and getting ready. So maybe like an hour or so later, probably like two for real, if I'm being honest. Maybe like 2 hours later, we end up finished getting ready, and we about to leave the house. So of course I am driving. I was always most likely the main driver, so it is what it is. But I'm driving, so I put the address in, and they close to like downtown area a little bit. They not in downtown, but they're close to it or whatever. So I'm like, okay, so we get in the car, we head that way. We pull up, I'm looking at the houses. These houses is looking big and nice. And I'm thinking, like, wait a minute. Let me find out Freddie is the man of my dreams. While he be in people's dreams, I'm trying to see if he's the man of my dreams. Because, wait a minute. But nah, I'm looking at the house and I'm like, okay. I'm looking at the cars in the driveway. I'm like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, it's looking like something over here. So we pull up or whatever. Shauna told them that like we was outside. I'm thinking like we're about to go in this house and chill because they asked what kind of apple juice we wanted. So I'm thinking like wherever we about to go, I'm sure we about to go chill in the house and drink or whatever. So I see two of them. It's supposed to be three of them all together, I'm assuming. But I only see Freddie and Jake. Well, let me backtrack. I see two people coming out the backyard. Mind you, at this time, it's late, but it's not too late. It's like 8, 9 o'clock ish. Like it's that time where it's just like it's getting dark, but it's not all the way dark. Like that's when we used to come outside. So like it's not too dark. Like you can still see somebody walking, but it's not super. It's not broad daylight, right? So I see two people coming out the backyard. Mind y'all, it's hot. It's in middle of summer. Like we have hot summers here. It's the middle of summer, and I see two people coming out like with Nike Tech like jogging suits on, and they got the hood over their head and it's tied tight. So I'm looking like, okay, but in my mind I'm already assuming that that's Freddie and Jason because I'm like, okay. So they end up getting into, all right, so I ain't gonna say what type of car it really was just for y'all gonna see why. Let's just say like a really nice Range Rover, right? And y'all know back in the days Range Rovers really was in. So let's just say the Range Rover, it was a nice big house, and there was two nice cars parked in the driveway. So the two people come out the backyard and they hop into the Range Rover. But the thing is, the way I'm looking at them, but because when you pull in front of the house and the driveway kind of be behind you, so it's like I could see them, but I kind of had to look back and like to see what they was doing, because I thought they was about to walk over to the car to get us out, so we can go in the house. But they was walking to the car, and it's like they was over there on the car like hunched over. You know how like people look like they hiding to do something, like they all in there like doing something, but I can't really see because they back is turned towards me, so I can't really see what they doing. But it just looked like they was hunched over like doing something. Mind you, I'm only talking about Jason at this point because Freddie was on the other side, so I couldn't really see him. So I'm thinking like, is they about to get the bottle out their car? Are we about to go in? Mind you, at this point we in the car putting on lip gloss and we about to take our seatbelts off because I'm thinking, like I said, we about to get in. So I mean, because I'm thinking, like I said, we about to go in the house. So, I'm watching them, but I'm also in my mirror, like, putting on lip gloss, whatever. And I'm thinking, like, I'm looking at Shauna, like, why do they got them hot ass jogging suits on? Like, it's hot as hell outside. Why do they got that on? And what is they doing by their cars? They about to unlock it to get the bottle out. I don't know, whatever, right? So I'm just sitting there, I'm putting on my lip gloss. And next thing you know, I'm in the mirror. I happen to glance over at my side mirror, and I see the Range Rover backing out. So I'm like, why is they backing out? Like, what is they doing? What's going on here? I'm thinking like they gave us the address to this house because I got to looking like, let me make sure this is the right house, because like I said, in my mind I assumed that was Jason and Freddie, but then again I really couldn't see their face for real, and we only met them one other time, so I really didn't know. I'm just assuming in my head that that's them. So I'm like, I started thinking like, wait, why they pulling off? Is this the right address? And it is only two of them, so is this the wrong house? Like, I'm just looking. So I looked at my phone, looked at the address. I looked up. I was like, this is the right address. Like, wait, what's going on? So it's like they backed out and then they just start pulling off down the street. So I'm like, wait, is this their way of like spinning us or something? Like, did they kind of look in the car and didn't like what they seen or something? Like, what's going on here? So Shauna and Sweetie, we all sitting there looking crazy. Like, did they just pull off and leave us? Like, what just happened? So Shauna ended up calling Jason, like, what the hell? And as soon as he answered, he like,
No, no, I know. Come follow us. This us in that Range Rover. Follow us.
so, Shauna like,
He said to follow him.
and I'm like, okay, well, why they didn't come to the car and say that, or why they just didn't come get us and say, hey, follow us to the store? And in my mind, I'm just thinking like maybe they actually got to go to the store to get the liquor and they didn't get it yet. So why they didn't just tell us to follow them, or why did they just pull off like that without even speaking or saying hi or anything? They just pulled off. So in my mind, I'm already thinking like, okay, wait till we pull up to the store. I'm about to cuss Freddie out, because you don't just pull off and not greet us or say anything to us. Like, why would you just leave? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I turn around because, mind you, my car is facing this way. So I turn around so I can follow them. And they kind of stopped like at the corner a little bit to like wait for us to catch up. And then they kept driving. So I don't know why I'm thinking like we going to this liquor store that I seen like on the way pulling up. But we like drive past the liquor store. So I'm like, okay. Then I'm like, I see another store coming up. I'm like, we passing that. We passed the gas station. Hell, we passed the Family Dollar, Myers, Walmart. I'm like, okay, where we going? So I'm like trying to call them and see what the hell we going, where it's we going. Like, why is we just passing all this stuff? What are we about to do? So Shauna called them and she put Jason on speaker, and Jason like,
Just follow us. Like, we gotta go get our other homeboys. So we didn't want to leave y'all at the house. So just come over here.
so I'm like, okay, and why you didn't say that? Like, y'all should have told us that before y'all just pulled off. Like, why y'all just ain't have us meet y'all at the homeboy house or something? Or y'all should have got him first and told us to come to wherever we gonna chill at today. So, like, why do y'all do that? So, mind you, it's on speaker and it's on Jason's phone. So, Freddie ended up butting in, like, babe, just chill. Like, first of all, who the fuck is Babe? I don't even know a Babe. What Babe is you talking about? Like, I don't even know who he talking to. But okay, be like, Babe, just chill. Like, hey, I got you. I got you. Just follow us. We about to have fun tonight. It's going to be a good time. Don't worry about nothing. And I'm just in there like, okay. Like, I'm not worried about nothing. It's just the fact, like, why are y'all doing the most? But anyways, we end up following them. So we drove for another like 10-15 minutes. And I was irritated because I'm thinking like, why would y'all have us come all the way towards downtown area just for us to drive back the way we just came from, basically? Like, why would y'all do that? So I'm sitting here looking at Shauna like, ugh, I don't know about them. They about to piss me off already. We might have to be calling our backup, our plan Bs. Not those Plan Bs. Not the ones that your baby daddy keep making you take. Not that one because he don't want another child by you. Not those Plan Bs. And not the Plan Bs your mama should have. Okay, never mind. I'm just playing. But we about to call a Plan B of some dudes we can hang with because these people are playing and I ain't got time, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. We followed them. We ended up pulling up to like this other house. Like it was in a decent neighborhood. It wasn't like no big house, no big nice house like the other ones we seen. But it wasn't like we was in a hood. We was just like in a regular neighborhood. So we pull up and they had already put up in front of the boy house. So we see another boy coming out. So we like, okay. So I had pulled up on the side of them and I'm like, hello. So they like, damn baby, what's going on? What's up? Like trying to talk to me and Shauna and we like, why y'all got us driving around? Like, why y'all doing the most? Why y'all in those jogging suits? Y'all not hot. Just why y'all got us following y'all? Why y'all didn't have us come here to meet? Where we going? Da-da. They just like, okay, damn, stop with the 21 questions. Hold up. I'm like, no, because I'm irritated. And I'm just saying you got me driving around. I hate driving, which I do. And I'm like, y'all just doing too much. Y'all didn't even speak to us. Y'all didn't say hey to us. Y'all just pulled off. So, Freddie is like, baby, dang, okay, hey, baby. Hey, how you doing? And he get out the car and he opening up my car door. He like, come here, give me a hug, like, cause you got an attitude. Let me hug that attitude right up out of you. I'm like, and it ain't that I got an attitude. It's just like y'all doing too much, and I'm trying to figure out why y'all doing the most. But okay, but I do hug him back because he was kind of cute, but he was also kind of ugly. It'd be hard to explain these guys, but he was just cute and ugly at the same time. Okay, so I'll hug him or whatever. So then, of course, Jason ended up getting out the car. He hugged Shauna, and then the third boy, he speaks to Sweetie or whatever. Like he just say hi to her. And we were just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, where's we going now? Because I'm not about to follow y'all all over the world and follow y'all through each hood. We're not about to do that. Like, I thought we was about to go chill and drink apple juice, and y'all doing all this other stuff. So, Jason was like,
all right, well, since y'all don't want to drive around, just leave your car here because we're going to have to bring the homie back home anyway. So just leave your car here.
so I'm like, well, I don't want to drive around following y'all all day. The house do look nice. It don't look like nothing's gonna happen over here. So I did feel comfortable leaving my car there. And I don't want nobody in my comments talking about how dangerous it is, how you only met these people one time. Obviously, I'm telling the story for a reason. I don't need y'all to tell me what I did wrong or oh it's so dangerous. He's practically a stranger. Da 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 da. All of this. Be quiet. I don't need y'all to come here and tell me what I did wrong when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I don't need y'all to do that. Like, just listen to the story. And if you are that type of person that don't know how to listen to the story without giving unsolicited advice, go somewhere else, okay? Like, I understand. Okay. Anyways. So, yes, I'm like, okay, cool. So, I'm like, I'm going to leave my car here or whatever. Lock it up. Neighborhood look good. I don't want to drive anyways. That's cool. And I'm thinking like, yeah, they got to come back here anyways. This boy live here. So, what's going to happen to my car? And he live here, right? So, anyways, I'm like, all right. So, I park my car. We squeeze into the Range Rover because you got to understand, it's 6 of us. And it's only the 2 front seats and then the back row. So we squeeze up in that Range Rover. We're going to make it work. One thing about us, we're going to make it work because I hate driving. Still to this day, I hate driving. I'm not that girl that you call to drive. I will be in the passenger. I will make sure you have your snacks. I will control the radio. I will do all that other stuff for you. But physically driving, that ain't for me. But so I'm like, okay. So we get in the car with them. So we all talking and stuff. So I'm just asking them again about the jogging suits because it's hot. And I'm trying to figure out why do y'all have on all black with y'all hoodie on, you freaking criminals. So no, but I was just saying that to them. And they like, well, we actually about to go back to our house right now and change. So while you all in our business, like we had these because we was at work. And I'm sitting here thinking like, what work you do that requires you to wear a long sleeve jogging suit outfit, all black, with your hoodie on, drawstrings tied tight. What profession is that? Let me know. In the middle of summer, where you could die of a heat stroke. What job requires you to do that? Like, so we just joking and I'm just asking that, like, but I'm being funny about it. So I'm just like, yeah. So they all laughing. So we kicking it, we talking. The ride is smooth. We do stop at the liquor store. We end up getting some apple juice, a few little other things, snacks, candies, and stuff. I used to love me some Starburst back in the day, y'all. I think I'm all Starburst out now because I used to really love it back in the day. But yeah, so I'm getting me candy. I'm getting stuff. Like, we getting snacks because we about to head back to who house? I don't even know. Jason or Freddie? Who said let's go back to my house? I think Jason did. I'm not sure. But anyways, we about to go to one of their houses in the front, right? So I'm like, okay, so we leave the liquor store, we just driving, we steady talking, everybody kicking it. It's a good little time. Sweetie is in the middle, and I was a little bit smaller than Shauna. So, well, me and Shauna was about the same size, but I'm sitting on Shauna's lap. Sweetie is in the middle, so her and the third guy, they just kind of talking, like just kicking it, whatever. Everybody laughing, chilling out. So we drive another like couple minutes or so, we end up getting to Jason's house. I'm gonna just say we pull up to Jason's house. So I'm like, okay. So at this point, I see a car that's in front of Jason's house, but it's a little putt putt. Y'all know what little putt putts is? The little rinky dink cars. Y'all know what a little shooter is? Them cars that look toe up from the flow up, but it still get you from point A to B, so you still driving it. That's what it looked like. Some little car that the bumper is hanging off, the side door is smashed in, the hood is like taped down, like just a little messed up car. So I'm thinking like, ooh, what kind of neighborhood is we in, baby? Because one of them streets that like I can in the hood, I can almost guarantee you, especially in Detroit, in at least every hood, there is a street that has a boat on it. I know that sounds so crazy to y'all, or probably so like, why is it a boat on the street? When I tell you, I got a lot of Detroit girls that be watching me. Shout out to Detroit. Y'all can attest for this. Somebody always got just a random boat in their front yard, backyard, on the side of their house. Somewhere it's a boat. Like, where did you get the boat from? Why is it parked on the side of your house? Like, why is it just up on bricks? Like, it's always a boat, like, in the hood. It's always one. Anyway, so I see a boat across the streets. I'm just thinking, like, why is this goddamn boat here? Like, who brings the boat there? And the boat don't even work. So why y'all don't call the city or somebody to come pick the boat up? Are you selling it for parts? Are you just driving the boat, like literally getting inside the boat and taking a shot of liquor? What are you doing in this boat? Like, are you setting up a projector on your garage and sitting in the boat and watching movies in it? Are you sleeping in the boat? Are you rocking the boat, Aaliyah? Okay, like what's going on with these boats? And if anybody know why people have random boats in their backyard, let a girl know, because I've been living here all my life and I still don't know why. It's just something that I'm used to at this point. Anywho, enough about the boats, okay? Anyway, so I'm just looking at the neighborhood. I'm like, okay, a little sketch. Like, we just keep downgrading houses. We went from a nice big house with nice cars, nice neighborhood, to a all right little middle class, like, real smooth neighborhood, to now we in the hood. Okay, the ghetto hood. Like, how we just keep downgrading us? I'm over here looking at y'all like y'all are high and mighty. Not saying that they not, but it's just like y'all keep just going down, baby. Well, okay, I'm just playing. But y'all just keep going down, and I'm just trying to figure out like, can we go to the first house that we seen so we could chill up in that big bad boy? But clearly not. We got to be across the street from the boat, so it is what it is. We end up going into Jason's house. So we get in there. And he acting like he not expecting company. Why? When we gave y'all, at this point, it's been like 3 hours, 4 hours since we made the initial plans. So why you in here? He get the, you know how guys get the kicking stuff, picking up little jackets and stuff off the floor, trying to pick up the Coney Island that they ate last night, picking up stuff. He like,
Oh, my bad, my bad. Y'all know I wasn't really expecting company. Don't judge my house. It's normally clean.
and y'all know how y'all can look at somebody's house and know that it ain't normally clean. Like, it's one thing for your house, your overall house to look clean, but like maybe, oh, you got a cup sitting on your table, or like, a little empty bottle or something, little small stuff. Like maybe you just forgot to put it in a sink or something, like no rush. But your house, his house looked overall dirty. Like he lived like that. Like it wasn't no, oh, I just left this real quick and ran out the door. It's a, oh, this been sitting here for a week. Like your plate haven't been washed in a week, because you know how it'll be like, like picture like spaghetti on a plate and you leave it out for a week. You know how it get all crusty and like real like dried out. That's how like the plates look that was on his dining table. Like he had a couple plates that was on his dining room table, and it just, all the food that was on the plates was crusted out. Like it's just been sitting there. That's why I'm like, boy, Then the smell of corn chips, like funky feet, is it's in the room. Okay, it's the aroma. So I'm thinking like, damn, I thought y'all had nice big fancy houses and nice big fancy cars. Like, what's going on here? You guys are catfishing me. Is a little bit of an illusion, you know what I mean? And don't be trying to act like I be catfishing people with all of this because, baby, don't ever play. Anyways, but, cause, baby, they know what it really look like. Don't play. I thought y'all was some ballers, shot callers, somebody that's calling all the shots. And the only thing y'all need to call is a maid because this house look crazy. It smell crazy. It look crazy. Everything is crazy. So, anyways, we come in. So, we looking around like where should we sit at because the couch got all types of clothes and stuff on it. I mean, I just stand against the wall. I'm there, only leaned up against the wall with my arms folded. Like, I just lean against the wall. And Jason, like,
No, no, no. Just hold on. Let me move all these clothes and throw them in my room. Y'all can sit right here.
and I'm just like, okay, I guess. Like, all right. So he ended up moving the stuff. So Freddie had came in because they was getting something out the trunk or they was doing something about a car. I don't know. So Freddie ended up coming in and was like, bro, give me the keys so I can, move the car. And Jay said, I guess he forgot what needed to be done. And Jason was like,
What you mean? Like, what key? Like, bro, what keys? What you mean?
and he like, the keys, like give me the keys. And I'm like, what is y'all doing? And Jason, like, he patting his pockets like
Bro, what keys?
like that. And I'm like, would you get these men these damn keys? Cause what is y'all going back and forth? And Freddie just looking like, bro, the key, the key. Like playing and doing all of this. I'm just sitting here looking, I'm just observing like it's like watching somebody play tennis where they just hit the little thing back and forth, and I'm just looking. Jason, Freddie. Freddie versus Jason. Like, I'm just watching them back and forth talk about these damn keys. And I'm like, can somebody find the keys so he can move this damn car? Because I'm confused. So, Jason, mind you, he down the hallway a little bit. Like, well, not down the hallway. He's in the front part of the hallway because he about to walk to his room to put his clothes up. And Freddie is coming in. He at the front door. So, Jason ended up walking over and start saying something to him like, bro, I don't know what they was talking about. And he did something. He ended up taking him outside. So I'm sitting there looking at them like, these niggas is weird. Like, what's going on around here? Like, crack open that apple juice because these niggas is going through it. I don't know what's going on. But whatever, they end up starting the car because, mind you, they parked in front of their own house. So they end up starting the car and they drove it all the way to, like, the backyard or whatever. Put it in the backyard. Cool. People be backing in their backyard all the time. I'm thinking, like, they do got a nice car. This neighborhood don't look all that safe. So, people be trying to put their car either in the backyard or in the garage so people don't steal it or mess with it because, y'all love to touch other people's property. Like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But anyway, so they do that. After they get done parking the car, they come in the house, now the party then gets started, okay? They get to playing a little music. They sit down. We watching the music videos or whatever, like we was watching on the YouTube. And we got the apple juice cranked open. Everybody kicking it, everybody talking. And Freddie and Jason and some of the third thing, the third guy, they cool. We all talking, we laughing, like they was funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Jason is one of those guys that's like, sometimes the little short, little chunky ones, they be really funny. Like, I love people that can make me laugh. Y'all know I be talking about Chaotic on this channel, and Chaotic is still my bro to this day. Like, he is one of the funniest people I ever met. And Jason was kind of like that too. Like, he was so funny. I love people that just got good vibes, good energy, like all around. I don't care what kind of person you is. Like, when you just got that happy spirit in you, like, I love people like that just keep up the energy, always happy, always smiling. Like, I be needing that because look, life be lifing, and to be able to go around just guys and they just genuinely just want to kick it with you and laugh with you and trying to have no type of nothing with you. And even my thing is too about these, because VIPs, I'm about to do a story time. I got y'all. But anyways, guys be so mad. I just had this conversation with this guy. And, we was just talking about whatever. And I was telling him, like, I don't like when guys try to have intercourse with me and my signals are that I don't want to. You get what I'm saying? And he was like, he took it like, well, you're a beautiful girl. Why are you mad that a guy want to have sex with you? And I'm trying to get him to understand, like, I'm not mad that you want to, because let's be real. Like, if you are looking to date me and you can't see yourself having sex with me, you shouldn't even be looking my way. So I'm not mad that in your mind you want to, or you're that physically attracted to me that that's what you want. My issue is when y'all act on it, like try to have sex with a girl. The girl literally, her body language, or her even saying like, nah, I don't want none, or I'm good. And then y'all still try to. That be my problem. Like, especially on the first night. Like, you ever just kick it with somebody, you want to chill with them, you already kind of let them know, like, hey, I ain't trying to do nothing tonight, blah, blah, blah. And then they agree with you, like, oh, yeah, niggas love to be like, oh, yeah, I ain't on that. Like, I'm a grown ass man. I ain't trying to have sex with you. I'm this. I can control myself. Then, when it comes to laying down and cuddling, they trying to have sex with you. Like, bro, that should be irritating. That be blowing me. That's the type of stuff I don't like. So that's why I was trying to get him to understand. I know I just got completely sidetracked, but I just want people to understand, like, I don't care if you want to have sex with me. That's fine, because you might just be like, dang, I'm physically attracted to you. I'm sexually attracted to you. There's nothing wrong with that. But if I basically tell you I'm good, especially like tonight, and you try anyways, that shit is a turn off. But anyways, let's get back to the story. My bad. Y'all know I got ADHD, so it is very hard for me to focus on one thing at a time. So y'all gotta bear with me. But anyway, so I like that these guys, it's been so many guys that we met, and we was young. So I ain't even really mad that sex was on a lot of guys' mind at that time. But a lot of guys that we was meeting, that's all they thought about. Like, every first link we was doing, them dudes was trying to sleep with us. Them dudes was trying to, oh, let me just get you head. Let me just do this. Let me kiss on your neck. Like, every dude. And like I said, don't get me and Shauna wrong. We do like to hang out with guys. But just because we was hanging out with guys, that don't mean we was hanging out with guys, if you get what I'm saying. We wasn't dropping them drawers for them guys. We just like the good time. Like, we just like to have fun. So I was really pleased by these guys, because I'm like, we're drinking with them, and it's not like they're trying to get us drunk and they're trying to, like, at some point you would drink with some guys, next thing you know, they go from sitting on the opposite side of the couch over there to now they're easing up. Now they sitting on the arm of the couch that you sitting on. Now they want you to get up so you can sit on their lap. Now they rubbing on your legs, touching on your shoulders, sliding your bra out. Like, it go from it started to do something else. When it started turning into something else once they see that you got a little liquor in you. With them, we was drinking and it was none of that. We laughing, they telling jokes, they're just doing a lot of good stuff. Anyways, I say all that to say it was really good vibes, and it was really good energy that I was getting from them. So I was really liking that. Like, they was real cool, right? Y'all, we was having such a good night, laughing, playing cards, playing board games. Like, just, y'all, why they brought out the dang on Scramble. Like, niggas is cool if you can play Scramble with them. Hood niggas ain't playing Scramble. Like, what? We playing Scramble, y'all. We having such a good time with them. So much, y'all, that we fall asleep at their house. We fall asleep at their house. What they do that at? Excuse me? What do they do that at? We don't just be falling asleep and sleeping at niggas' houses that we only met one time. Well, sometimes we do, but that's beside the point. We weren't trying to do that this time. So I'm waking up, y'all. I'm like one of the first ones up, because let me tell you something about me. If I'm spending the night at somebody else's house, I'm one of the first people up. But if I'm at home, I won't even wake up when it's an AM, okay? Catch me anytime after AM, 1 p.m., 1, 2, 3 p.m. That's probably the time that I'm waking up. But when I'm at somebody else's house, my body naturally just get up early, because it's like, yeah, okay, get up. It's time to go. You get what I'm saying? So I wake up, y'all, and do you know what kind of drunk type of sleep you have to not go to sleep with a cover? Like, you know how you have to, that, like, we must have passed out, like, just not passed out like they drugged us or nothing, because y'all be like, oh my god, if you just fell asleep, they must have put something in the liquor. Like, y'all know y'all get to just, y'all shoot for the worst in some of these story times. Like, Jesus, do y'all want something to happen to me? Like, damn. Anyways, so I fell asleep, and like, Shauna was literally like on my legs, like her she was like this on my legs. So me and Shauna was on the couch. Sweetie was in this dang on, y'all know the reclining chairs that, you sit in, and y'all know what a reclining chair is. My bad. I was about to talk to y'all like y'all slow. Well, okay, but, well, some of y'all is. Okay, but anyways, so she in a recliner chair that's next to the TV, so she linked all the way back. Jason was not even in there. This nigga, I guess he went to his room and he figured, hey, I got a bed here. I'm not sleeping out here with y'all. The third boy was on the floor, like literally on the floor, laying like this, like just laying on the floor, and Freddie was on the other couch. So we are knocked out. So I get to waking up. I get to move. I'm looking around like, where the fuck am I at? Like, what's going on? I'm looking around. Like, this house is real unfamiliar. Then I started to look at everybody. I'm like, Shauna, get up. I'm like, now that's spent the night out with these boys. Like, wait a minute. Yes, y'all, we didn't fell asleep. Shauna getting up and, she looking around. I'm like, did we fall asleep at their house? Like, I'm trying to talk to her. Shauna, oh my God. I love my girl Shauna, but anytime she wake up, I know this be a lot of y'all too. She be so discombobulated. Anytime you wake Shauna up, it don't matter if it was from a night of drinking, if it's just regular. Anytime you wake her up, this hoe is discombobulated. She wake up like, I'm literally tapping her like, Shauna, where we at? Where we at? Do y'all know this? It's not funny because this bitch pissed me off. Do you know she woke up? She was laying like this. She got up and she was like, huh? And I was like, wait, stop screaming. I was like, why are you screaming? Girl, shut up. She was like,
You said, what happened?
and I'm like, Shauna, like, why is you screaming? And I'm like, no, be quiet. And she one of those people, she yelled something out and then she dropped back down like and went back to sleep. And I'm looking around like, why is this bitch yelling? Like she just yelled a random noise out. So I'm like, girl, shut the fuck up. So she laid back down on me. I'm like, this bitch, I literally hate waking Shauna up because what are you dreaming about that got you waking up so confused? So I tapped her again. I'm like, trying to get up. She like, she get to getting up doing like this. You know when people do like that, they know she all, she like,
Mama.
I'm like, what, girl? I'm about to run the fuck away. I'm about to run away. I'm like, Shauna, get up and shut up. Like, why are you making all that damn noise? She just be making noises like she's daydreaming. Or you know how people sleep talk? It's like she sleep talk as she waking up. So like she still kind of like sleep, but she waking up. So she just be talking. Because she yelled, Sweetie was in the reclining chair. And you know those reclining chairs, some of them be cloth, but the one she was in was leather. So you know when you get to moving on that leather, it be making that little, that little noise. So when she started moving, next thing you know, Freddie started moving. So I'm just looking around and everybody moving. So because the guys like turned over, I went back to sleep. I'm like, oh fuck that. Let me not look like I'm up and we doing something bad. So I'm over there like, I'm doing my fake little sleep, like when you breathe loud, act like you sleep. So I'm over there breathing loud, acting like I'm asleep. So of course, like I guess everybody else kind of like lay back down, and since everybody else lay back down, Shauna lay back down. So she lay back down, but went back to sleep. So I'm like, and don't ask me why I didn't just wake her up. I don't know. I think I was still a little drunk too, because I just wanted to get her up first, figure out what's going on. And I don't know. Y'all. Don't ask me why I ain't do that. I don't know. I could have just woke her up and be like, all right, y'all, good morning. It's time to go. But like, I just was trying to wake her up first so we could be on the same page. So I'm just sitting there like, this bitch. Maybe I should just wake Sweetie up. So I got my purse. My purse is like literally on me. Like I had a crossbody and my purse is literally across on me. Like kind of behind me. Like because I'm sleeping on the couch like this. So the purse is kind of like behind me. So I go in my purse or whatever. And I get a piece of gum out because I just woke up too. I ain't got no toothbrush here or nothing. So I don't know. So I pop a little piece of gum in my mouth. So I rolled up the paper and I'm throwing it at Sweetie, right? Because like, I don't know why my slow self not just getting up. I just didn't want to be up and then the boys wake up and be like, why you walking around the house? You stole something or something? Like, I don't know. I just didn't want to be, I don't know. So I'm throwing something at her. But it's like, Sweetie feel it, but she don't feel it enough. So she keep moving on this leather reclining chair. So she waking the guys up and I'm just like, oh. Okay, all right, stop being dumb and stop acting like you slow. Let's just get up. It's just time to go because I'm looking at my phone. It's like 7:20 in the morning. So it's like early, but I'm ready to go. Because once I wake up at a do house, I can't go back to sleep. Like, now I got to go. It's time to go. And then you got to realize our car is at homeboy house. Like, what the fuck going on? So anyway, so now I'm like, let me just wake Shauna up. So when I woke her up, I was tapping on her head, but I had my hand over her mouth because I'm like, bitch, if you yell out something, I was about to say something, but y'all be too sensitive. Anyways, I'm like, let me cover up her mouth because I don't got time for her to be yelling out, screaming nothing. So I woke her up and I got my hand on her mouth and she like, looking crazy like I'm some kidnapper trying to kidnap her. I'm like, girl, shut up. It's me. Why is you making all that noise? Be quiet. And she was like this, y'all. K, saying my name K, but her mouth, I still had her mouth covered up. And I'm like, I just looked at her and I'm like, Shauna, I always hate waking you up, bro. You just be acting so slow, like you don't know what's going on. Maybe she be in a deep sleep. Do any of y'all do that? Like if y'all get woken up, y'all just be so discombobulated that y'all either shouting out stuff, talking in y'all sleep, or y'all might, I guess y'all just don't really know what's going on. Y'all mind haven't processed what's going on yet. But she would just be yelling shit and it used to be pissing me off. Anyway, so she finally get up, she get up, she'll do that one thing, you get up and you scratch your head and you just sit at the end of the bed, but we on the couch. So she get up and she just sitting on the couch like this. She just like scratching her head like, what the fuck going on? And I'm like, yeah, I just got up. Like, why the fuck did we spend the night at these niggas' houses? Like, what the hell happened? So she like, she getting up, she stretching, she like,
Where the bathroom at?
like she looking for the bathroom. And I'm like, oh my God, like, yeah, where is the bathroom? Because I have to pee really, really bad. So she, of course, it ain't really, the way the hallway is set up, it really wasn't hard to find the bathroom. So she go use the bathroom. And I'm like, Shauna, don't flush yet. I'm gonna go use it after you and then I flush. Because y'all, I do not know why I wanted to tiptoe around this house and not wake people up. But for whatever reason, in my young brain, I just ain't want to wake nobody up. So she go use the bathroom. And don't be acting like it's nasty. Like, oh my God. Like, yeah, she used the bathroom, washed her hands. I used it after her and I flushed for the both of us. It's not a big deal, y'all. Everybody calm down. And no, I didn't sit on that toilet because I don't like sitting on a lot of people's toilets. No, I don't really play that. So yeah, she used the bathroom. She come back out. So she all, we all tiptoeing. We real quiet. I go use the bathroom. Y'all, I flushed the toilet. Of course it would happen to me. Why the fuck I flush the toilet and it gets stopped up? Y'all know when you keep flushing and the tissue just keep going around and around and around, like the water is not going down. So I'm like, why the water not going down? So I'm like, I flush it again. Y'all, it's like the water started to rise up. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, let me hurry up and leave out the bathroom because if this water started to overflow, I don't want to be in here. So you know how like if something wrong with your toilet, it just makes that noise that sound like it's just running water. I don't really know what to call that noise, but when you flush the toilet, it'll make a noise and then like maybe 30 seconds later, it'll eventually go back quiet. This toilet didn't go back quiet. It kept making that noise as if like water was running, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Like if you stop up a toilet, that running water noise it just kept going off. So now the toilet was making a noise and I'm thinking like, oh my God, the water is getting higher. Let me go. So while I was trying to mess with the toilet flusher, y'all, the way I jumped back because I thought the water was about to like overflow. The tissue was never on the roll because they didn't have that little thing that you put I know it'd be so many little details, y'all. I'm so sorry. I know y'all be saying y'all love it, but sometimes I never know when I'm going too much into details. But anyways, you know how you put the little, for some tissue holders, you put the little thing in the tissue and you put it on the roll. They must ain't have that thing, so they couldn't hook it up on the tissue roll. So it was just on the sink. So when I jumped back, I knocked the tissue down and it fell in the toilet, y'all. Mind you, the toilet is already overflowing and coming up. So now that the tissue is in there, I'm not about to take the tissue out because then they're gonna know somebody was in here because they're gonna be like, why is the tissue wet? And then how is it wet but it's sitting on top of the sink again? Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know what was going on. I think I was still drunk. All I know is I panicked and I left the tissue in there and I just cut off the light and I ran back in the living room. Y'all, while I go back in the living room, this bitch trying to sleep again. China, I just told you we need to get up and go. Basically, after we use the bathroom, why would you go back to sleep? So I'm like tiptoeing around everybody and I get my ass back on the couch too. So I get on the couch and lay down as if like the position that I was in when I was asleep. I go lay down. I'm just like, I'm trying to act. I'm just closing my eyes like this because I'm trying to listen for the toilet to stop making that running noise sound. Y'all, it never stopped. It never stopped. It kept going, it kept going. So I'm like, oh my God, I hope this shit don't wake nobody up. Like, what the hell going on? Come on now. So next thing you know, while I was like, when I kept like repositioning myself to get on the couch, I guess at this point Shauna was really like waking up. Like I ain't have to wake her up. I think my movement is what woke her up. And this goofball, let me stop calling her a goofball. Like I wasn't just acting like a goofball, but this goofball, I think she was just drunk. I think we all was still drunk from the night before at this point. So when she sat up, she was just looking around like she stretched again. And mind you, at this point, my eyes is closed, so I'm not up with her again. I'm pretending like I'm asleep again. So when she got up this time, I started moving too. I'm like, oh, and I get to open my eyes. She get up. Y'all know homeboy's laying on the floor. So she kind of got up and she was stretching with her eyes closed. So she tripped over the homeboy. So the homeboy ended up waking up like, he was like, oh, like he said some noise and he started waking up, y'all. So next thing you know, Sweetie started waking up. Freddie started waking up. So everybody started waking up in the living room, right? So Shauna like, oh, y'all know what bathroom at, talk to the homeboy, and the homeboy like, what? Like everybody just getting up. So the homeboy told Shauna like, it's the first door right there on the right. So Freddie getting up, he all wiping his mouth and stuff. Shauna like, where? He like, right there on the right. So she go to the door, whatever. She turned on the light. She like,
Y'all, it's water all over y'all floor right here. What's going on?
So when she said that, y'all, I started waking up. I started acting like I'm waking up. I'm like, oh, why everybody woke already? Oh, I just got up. What time is it? Mr. Fox, what time is it? Y'all used to play that game? Comment if y'all used to play that game, because then y'all must be in my generation, because these new kids, they don't play no Mr. Fox, no zing 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 like a washing machine. Like this new generation don't play nothing. Like where's y'all fun games at? Y'all don't have anything, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm acting like I ain't been woke before. I'm saying, what time is it? Shauna like, it's water all over the rug. So Freddie ended up getting up and he like, it's what? Oh, please don't tell me that toilet tripping again. So he walked over there like kind of like behind Shauna and they looking in the bathroom. I'm over here like, I'm like, what happened? I just woke up. I just got up. No, I haven't been woke before yet. So I don't know what's going on. What happened? The bathroom flood and what? Oh wow! Oh, that noise! Oh, that's running. What? Oh wow! I didn't even know. I've been over here asleep the whole time. That's really crazy. Like I would have never knew. So Freddie like, let me go wake Jason up. So he ended up going to his room or whatever, and he told Jason like, yeah, your toilet acting up, blah blah blah, like it's water all on the floor. So I guess Jason ended up getting up. You know, he come out and Jason like,
Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
like he come out already like playing and stuff. Cool dude. So he come out and he was like,
Man, like this toilet always clogging up.
mind you, don't get me wrong. It's not like I pooped or anything and I clogged the toilet up. I really just flushed it. I don't know why it just got stocked up or backed up or whatever. I really just flushed it. So it must have just been an ongoing problem anyway. So that happened. So next thing you know, he went in his kitchen. He ended up getting his mop. So he trying to move the rugs, and Freddie helping him take the rugs out to the backyard or to the side door so he can hang them up on the gate and stuff. So whatever. So they cleaning up my mess. But it's technically they mess because it don't matter who would have used the bathroom. It seemed like once you flushed it, it would have messed up anyway. So whatever, but I'm not taking the blame. So sorry, Jason. I ain't mean to mess up your house, but I had to pee. So we all start waking up. So we start talking about last night. I'm like, how the hell did we end up spending the night? Like we must have had a good ass time last night. So I had picked up the bottle. I'm like, damn, this whole bottle gone. Like, just talking junk. So everybody like, yeah, we had fun last night. We was playing Scramble. We was playing games. Remember we was having a rap battle? And I'm like, we was having a rap battle. Cause y'all know how my raps can get. So I'm like, I was rapping. They like, yeah, man, you was going toe to toe. So we just all laughing and kicking and stuff. So he had asked us like, I know I got to take y'all back to y'all car. Did y'all want to grab breakfast? So I'm like, hell yeah, you cool as fuck.
I'm not too proud to let a female pay for my shit. You cool as fuck.
So everything was like good. Like I said, everybody woke up. We all looking a mess. Cause let's be honest, like none of us brushed our teeth besides probably Jason, cause it was his house. But like I ain't gonna act like we didn't just wake up in the same clothes we had on last night. But what we supposed to do? Shower? You think he supposed to have extra toothbrushes and everything for everybody? No. We all went in that bathroom and probably wiped the slaw off the side of our mouths and we carried on. I'm not gonna lie. So we had the same clothes on from yesterday, same shit from yesterday.
Same clothes from yesterday, still fly from yesterday.
But now we had the same clothes on from yesterday. So we just end up getting up and we went to IHOP, y'all. So don't call us trifling. Hey, it is what it is. So yeah, so we on our way to IHOP. You know, we all pack up in the car. You know how we do. So I was on my phone at first because, you know, I'm like, oh, let me check my phone, see if my mama put out a Amber Alert for me, because, you know, I just got out of high school, so I was over 18, of course, you know, but like, you know, you still newly adult and you still live with your mom. Sometimes you can't spend the night out. She be still looking for you. So I'm like I could, but I couldn't. So I'm all checking my phone to see, you know, if it's a search unit out for me or anything. So I'm all in the car. So I'm on my phone. Then I end up putting my phone like in my pocket or whatever, because Shauna was sitting on me, so I couldn't get my purse because my purse was like down on the floor. So I had just end up putting it in my back pocket. So cool. So we pull up to the IHOP. You know, we all get out. We go. You know, we get seated. So we all just still talking about last night, how much fun it was, good times, good stuff, all of that, right? And I'm looking at my purse because I'm trying to find my phone to get it out and do something. I don't know. Probably just scroll on it. So I'm in my purse. I'm like, where's my phone at? Then I'm like, oh, I put it in my back pocket. But when I checked my back pocket, I didn't feel it. So, you know, I'm looking in the seat. I'm like, oh, you know what? It probably fell out in the car. So I'm like, Jason, can you unlock the Range Rover so I can go get my phone out the car? And he was like,
Oh, you know, it's not locked. Like, you can go ahead. It should be unlocked.
so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So, you know, I'm just walking out the doors, you know, by myself, whatever. And I go to the passenger side, like, you know, the back seat of my ride, so no, the back seat of the passenger side. So I'm all in the door, whatever. And I open up the door and I'm like, oh, boom, here go my phone sitting right here. So I grabbed my phone and something had just told me like to like just look up. And when I looked up, you know, you could see straight, like from the passenger back seat, you could see straight to the driver's side, right? So I look up. Yeah. Yeah, so I look up and it's not funny. All right, I look at the driver's seat, I look at the steering wheel, and I'm just seeing this thing like sticking up behind it. So I just have to kind of like lean up a little bit more. And why was it a screwdriver in the ignition? It was a screwdriver in the ignition. Let me not say ignition. Is that just called like a key slot? Because the ignition is the thing that start the car, right? Whatever, we ain't got to get technical. It was a goddamn screwdriver where you insert your key at to start the car up, y'all. Why was it a screwdriver there? Now, if you got any street knowledge, if you from the hood, or if you just got basic common sense, anybody know that screwdriver shouldn't be in that key slot, okay? So now I'm thinking like, not my Freddy versus Jason. Are they criminals? Is little Jason a criminal? Like, wait a minute. So I'm looking like, well, maybe they lost their keys. Okay, maybe they lost their keys, and that's the reason why the screwdriver is in the key thing, right? Okay, so I'm not about to say nothing because at this point we already been in the car. Like, well, I'm about to go say like I don't know. They about to take me home in a minute, so I ain't tripping. So I'm like, okay, like, you know, I made note of that, and I was like, why is the screwdriver still sitting there? Like, if this gonna act as a key, they not gonna take it out. They just gonna leave it in, like, for the next person to. Okay, I go back in. I sit down. I act like I ain't seen nothing, right? Cause like I said, I'm not about to check them about their car. Cause what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say. So anyway, so you know, we finish up our food, like we eat there, whatever, you know, they pay for the bill. We leave, we end up going to homeboy house. You know, homeboy get out, he tell us bye, you know, he going to his house. You know, we get out, my car's still there intact, good and everything. So I'm all in my purse because like I said, back in the day, I used to wear really big purses that had like a whole lot of shit in there. So I'm all in my purse and I'm looking for my keys, and I'm like, I don't know why I ain't have my keys ready while I was getting out the car, but I'm all looking for my keys. So they like, so I think Freddie made a joke like, yeah, you got that big ass purse, like you can't even find your keys in there. So my slow stuff was like, well, at least I got some car keys. Why I say that? So Jason like,
Huh? What you mean by that?
I'm like, well, I already said it by now, so I was like, no, I'm just saying I noticed you got a little screwdriver up there. What that about? Like, right? Why you got that screwdriver right there? So he like,
Man, like, are you talking about this? Nah, man, that's because I lost my freaking set of keys, and my dumbass, I only have one set of keys.
And I'm like, why you just don't go get another one? Like, go get another key. Like, you rather use a screwdriver and not be able to lock your doors than to just go get another set of keys. And he like,
I just lost my keys yesterday. Like, damn, baby, give me a chance. Like, I'm gonna get it. I just lost it.
so I was like, oh, okay, okay. Sound legit to me. Sound good to me. So I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense. Like, whatever. So he like,
Yeah, don't be trying to go on me, leave my little screwdriver alone. You gotta do what you gotta do.
and I'm like, yeah, you right. Yeah, yeah, whatever. So, I found my keys. We tell them about we get in the car. Cool. We ride home. We talking about how we had a good night and everything. Sweetie talking about how she glad she told her daddy she was spending that over my house because, she would have got in trouble and blah, blah, blah. So we just having a good talk. So at this point, I end up taking Sweetie home, Shauna home, and then I went home. So, I go home and stuff. So, mind you, this is not that same day. Like, that day, the rest of that day, nothing happened. The next day, I wake up, I'm just chilling or whatever. I'm watching TV. I'm just chilling in my bed. I'm scrolling through my phone. Why do I see on Facebook? Facebook always got, like, the news on there and, reposting of what's going on in your community and things like that. Do y'all know? I see a picture of let's just say, a black Range Rover. And above that, it says, y'all, please help me find my stolen black Range Rover. It was stolen from my house on Tuesday at around this time. If you have any information, please let me know or contact the local police. Stolen, you say? So I'm like, oh, maybe this is a different Range Rover. You know what? A lot of people got black Range Rovers. Like, this could be a coincidence. But y'all know, like, say, like, when the cops are reporting something and they be like, oh, this crime happened on the 700 block of blah 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 street. So I'm reading more of the status, and she like, my car was taken in front of my house on the 700 block of dash. And I'm like, I go back to my messages because, mind you, even though Shauna and Jason said we could meet up, when Freddie texted me, I told him I was driving, so he sent me the address. So I look back at my phone and I'm like, I'm looking at the address like 70249 dash. Okay. So that's the address they sent us to meet them at, where they got in a black Range Rover. Damn, they're masked up with their hoodies on, tied tight, barely could see their face. They driving around in a black Range Rover with a screwdriver. But they couldn't have stole the car because he said he lost his keys. That's why he was riding around in a 2 plus 2 equals 4, huh? 2 plus 2 equals 4. And 4 plus 4 is 8. Then that means if they sent me that 700 blah 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 address on Dash Street, and this lady says her black Range Rover is missing from the 700 block on Dash Street, that can only mean one thing. Damn, that can only mean one thing. It must be 2 black Range Rovers on Dash Street, because you know what? They not no criminals. No, I wasn't riding around in no stolen car, y'all. I wasn't. Was I? I was. I was. I was riding around in a stolen car. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, homegirl. I didn't know. Had I known, and these dummies gave us your address or where they stole the car at, they told us meet them at the address where they stole. It's not funny. I'm not laughing at the car being stolen. I'm laughing because they're dumb. As much fun as I had with them, y'all told us to meet y'all at the house that y'all sold the car from? Y'all must be new criminals, huh? That's why y'all backed out so fast and just took off, huh? Well, why y'all tell us to pull up? What if the neighbors got ring cameras and stuff? Why you want to have my car on the camera? Why? Why you want us to be involved? See, that's why I said he should have just had us meet them at his friend's house. Why would you have us pull up to the stolen? When I tell y'all niggas don't think, they don't. They don't. Because was y'all just sitting there waiting? Because like I said, they gave us that address like 3-4 hours ago, y'all. So I have more questions than I do answers. Because they came out the backyard. So was y'all just sitting in the backyard until we came? Did y'all... But why did y'all... You know what? Clearly, I got too many questions. So Freddie versus Jason. Let a sister know, why did y'all... But I'm still confused. I'm going to have to go. Because clearly, I'm still not wrapping my brain around why we was riding around in the motherfucking stolen car. And why that... Because Bye, y'all. I gotta go. That's the end. I got to go. But yes, y'all, that is the end of my story time. I hope you guys really enjoy it. Make sure you guys thumbs up this video. Comment down below and make sure you are subscribed. Again, look in my description box for my Amazon wish list and my link to my membership. Okay? But y'all right now. Until next time. I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.